Hello there, this is Elizabeth O'Brien from GrammarRevolution.com, where we help you teach and learn grammar the easy way with sentence diagrams. And today we are answering a question about passive verbs. My daughter had a homework assignment where she had to identify whether certain sentences were active or passive. We struggled with it. Could you give us a lesson on passive verbs and include example sentences? Please put me out of my misery. Claire. That is a great question, Claire. And before we start the lesson, let's just have a little refresher on subjects and verbs. So subjects tell us whom or what a sentence is about. In this sentence right here, Mary sang. Mary is the subject. Action verbs are verbs that show action. In our sentence, Mary sang. Sang is the verb. Action verbs can be written in two different voices. They can be written in the active voice or the passive voice. When a verb is written in the active voice, all that means is that the subject is performing the action. Here are some examples. My grandma made this scarf. Grandma is the subject. She's the one making the scarf. The class took the test. Class is the subject, and they're performing the action. They're taking the test. The storm demolished many buildings. Storm is the subject, and it's doing the demolishing. It's performing the action. So when an action verb is written in the active voice, that just means the subject is performing the action. When an action verb is written in the passive voice, all of this means is that the subject is receiving the action. So in the passive voice, the subject is it's passive. It's just sitting there. It's being acted upon. So it's not doing anything. Here are some examples of some passive verbs. This scarf was made by my grandma. Scarf is the subject. The scarf isn't doing anything. It's getting made. It's getting made by my grandma. The test was taken by the class. Test is the subject. Was taken is the passive verb. The test isn't doing anything. It's being taken by someone else. And many buildings were demolished by the storm. Buildings is our subject, and were demolished is the verb. So the buildings aren't doing anything, they're being acted upon by the storm. The easy way to remember this is that when action verbs are written in the active voice, the subject is active. When action verbs are written in the passive voice, the subject is passive. It's just being acted upon. Okay, it's time to test what you just learned. Here are 10 example sentences, and write down next to each one whether or not they're written in the active voice or the passive voice. So go ahead and pause the video and write down your answers. All right, are you all done there? Here are the answers for the 10 sentences. A is for active, P is for passive. You can go ahead and pause the video while you check your answers. I hope you enjoyed that video tip. If you'd like to learn more about teaching and learning grammar the easy way, just check out our website, which is GrammarRevolution.com. See you later.